In the second race of season opener, charging right from the beginning, Karminder Pal Singh made the crucial moves within the first 3 laps of the race and moved up to the top position, followed by Ishan Dodiwala in second. Both of them retained their positions all the way to the checkered flag. Aditya Pawar, having started 5th on the grid, finished 3rd on the podium.
Hello and welcome to Pits to Podiums, where we bring you an exclusive coverage of the Volkswagen Vento Cup 2016. After a gap of 3 years, Volkswagen Motorsport India returns to the Madras Motor Race Track, and we are welcomed here by freshly laid tarmac and the infamous Chennai heat. With freshly laid tarmac, it would mean little problem with the grip levels to begin with because there's not enough rubber on the track as yet. But after free practice sessions, the grip levels could improve, meaning better qualifying and races.
The Volkswagen Vento Cup drivers arrived to a freshly laid Madras Motor Race Track. With most of them entirely new to the circuit, free practice sessions being the first time they drove on the circuit. This race weekend saw a total grid of 20 drivers, with 4 guest drivers also participating in but not fighting for the overall points. 2 of these guest drivers were from Volkswagen Polo Cup China as a part of Volkswagen Motorsport India's driver exchange program, and the other 2 were media persons from 2 prominent Indian automotive magazines. After getting used to the layout of the track and laying some rubber on the new tarmac, the drivers were up to competitive speeds during the qualifying. Niranjan Todkari, clinched the pole position with the fastest lap time of 1 minute 58.7 seconds, followed by Keith D'Souza in second with a time of 1 minute 59.2 seconds. Taking the third position on the second row of the grid was Aditya Pawar at 1 minute 59.5 seconds. Joining him on the second row was Vento Cup 2016 leader Ishan Dodiwala at 2 minutes lap time.
From the standings post round 1 that there's a tie for lead between Karminder and Ishan and between Keith and Aditya Pawar for the third position in the tally. Meaning first race could be very crucial for all of these drivers to maintain their claim for the higher positions in the tally. Let's talk to some of the drivers and see what special preparations have they made for this weekend, because this time most of them are going to be driving at this track for the first time.
Racing this round here at the MMRT race track in Chennai. I've driven quite a few races here before. Most of my career happened around this race track, so there's quite a lot of experience around this track.
It's a brand new surface and it's quite grippy, and also at the same time it's quite dicey to take corners where you actually should take it. But as I said, it's just a brand new track, so probably by the end of the weekend it'll be on its optimum level.
The track is pretty slippery. There are pebbles right now all over the place. It is just not pushing, getting the racing line right. We have different tires, pretty much the car is handling differently.
It's my first time driving at this track. The learning experience is quite steep. We've had limited track time, so I'm trying to make the most of it. I've been improving session by session, trying to rectify that by getting in a good performance.
So far this season wasn't as good as I expected, but now in Chennai I have more experience than a lot of other drivers, so I'm expecting to do much better here.
Fight is not just with Aditya, it's with Karminder and Ishan as well. So I think all four of us are not fighting for third or second, we are all fighting for first.
Race of the season, and we have Rayo with us for his comments. So Rayo, qualifying have shown and put experience over everything else. Niranjan Todkari, who's got a lot of experience at this track, is sitting on the pole for this race. What do you have to say?
I think phenomenal by him. He's read the conditions really well. Good job by him. and it's not going to be easy because Karminder and Ishan, who are the championship leaders, are sitting just behind Keith and Aditya, who are in turn behind Niranjan. So they're going to be learning pretty quick as to where these guys have the pace, and it's going to be a nice fight in the top 5 for sure. Our guest driver Sirish Chandran from Evo is going to be right behind them, so it's going to be a very interesting race. Overtaking is going to be difficult because right off the line there's no grip at all.
Right.
So it's going to be fun.
So it's not one problem that they have to tackle. They have to be careful on the track because it's new and there's still some gravel on it. There's some bits and pieces coming out. There's competition. They have to keep away from each other. There's a lot of tension on their heads and more than one thing to keep them occupied. Any tips that you have?
I think the driver who's going to keep his cool, the driver who's going to be able to think properly under these sort of conditions and stay out in front is going to be the guy who's going to win. And this is going to show the maturity of the drivers.
If you were to pick a winner at this point in time, who would you pick?
At this point in time, I think Keith is looking really good. And it could be anybody from the top 3 or 4 otherwise.
So Rayo has his money put on Keith, and I would say the best person has to win.
As the lights went off for the first race of the weekend, pole sitter Niranjan had a good start to lead the pack into the first corner. However, he couldn't maintain his race lead for long and lost it to Keith after making a mistake at turn 7 of the circuit. Keith jumped at the first opportunity he had to take the lead in the race and maintained it all the way till the end. Despite putting pressure on Keith for a couple of laps, Niranjan was not able to get past him and had to settle in the second position. Crossing the finish line in third position was Karminder Pal Singh after having started back in the 6th position on the grid. Karminder started making his moves from the second corner of the first lap itself as he overtook guest driver Sirish Chandran, followed by Ishan Dodiwala and Aditya Pawar.
I was starting on the dirty side of the track and it's really slippery. So I thought the launch is not going to be great and it will be very difficult to get Niranjan on the launch. Just put pressure on him, small tap on his bumper to know so that he knew I was there, and yeah, managed to outbrake him into Anand's corner and get the lead. I just put the rear view mirror up and I never looked back.
The race was pretty good. I had a great start, starting from the pole position, and I had even made up a good gap from Keith. I'm very excited and very happy about the podium. This is my first podium in any national championship.
It's a pretty crazy race, as we all saw. Started 6th and Power was 3rd. Had a really good start. Power was just giving me consistent pressure throughout the whole race. And but I managed to keep my calm and give good laps, and I was really doing really well with my lap times, as I was really suffering in qualifying, but the race went really well for me. Hoping for the good race next time.
But don't go anywhere because we have a lot of interesting bits lined up for you on the other side. Have you realized that we know these race drivers only by their competition numbers, colors of their race cars or the livery on their race car? So let's get to know them up close and personal for the overall and junior champions of Vento Cup 2016 will come from this very lot.
Hi, I'm Niranjan Todkari from Pune. I'm 23 years old. I have raced VW Polo Cup for 2 years, and after that I have driven MRF 1600 for 2 years.
I'm Keith D'Souza from Goa. I'm 22 years old. I started racing saloon cars 4 years back. I've been doing a lot of karting, two-stroke and four-stroke before that, and I've driven a few rounds of single-seaters as well.
My name is Karminder Singh. I'm from New Delhi. I'm 22 years old and I've been racing for the past 6 years now, and started off with karting and graduated to the Formula categories known as the Formula 4.
My name is Ishan Doriwala. I'm from Hyderabad. I'm 26 years old. This is my third year racing with the Volkswagen Motorsport Championships. I started with the Polo R Cup in 2014. I was the junior runner-up in that season, and I continued that into last year with the debut season of the Vento Cup. I finished third in the overall championship. I'm here for my third year again, and I'm looking to win the title this year.
I'm Gautam Murugan and I come from Coimbatore. I began my racing career in the year 2012 in the IGTC category.
This is Abhishek Vakil. I am from Mumbai. For me, this is my first experience in motorsport. I am driving touring car.
Hello, I'm Rashad Khan. I'm 19 years old. I'm from Pune. This is my rookie year in the Vento Cup.
I'm Arun. I'm 21 years old. I'm from Hyderabad. This is my first time in Vento Cup. I've been very passionate about cars since I was young.
Hi, my name is Hatim. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Chennai. I just love speed, and my expectations for this year's Vento season would be to position the top 3 in the junior championship.
Hi, this is Pradeep, age 26 from Bombay. I've been racing from last year with Volkswagen Motorsports. I won the junior championship last year with them.
Hi, my name is Amit. I am from Aurangabad. I have been racing with Volkswagen since last 3 years.
This is Ishwar Bolesetti. I'm from Vizag, age 21. There are no previous experiences or encounters in racing. This is the first time I'm dealing with Volkswagen.
Hi, my name is Arfad Mohammed. I'm from Chennai. I'm 20 years old. I'm currently third in the junior championship of Volkswagen Motor Cup.
I'm Venkat Teja here. I'm from Chennai, and this is my first year into professional racing. I'm currently racing the Formula LGB 1300 series as well, apart from the Volkswagen Vento Cup.
Hi, my name is Jeet Jhabak. I'm 23 years old. I'm from Hyderabad. I have no racing experience as of now. This is the first time racing for me.
Time now to take a look at all the action in the other categories of the championship.
Vikas Anand survived a few anxious moments and kept his nerve to pull off a brilliant win in the first race of the MRF F1600 class. There was a tight battle for lead since the race start between Anand, Sandeep and Anindit. Anand went off the track at the second corner of the circuit, allowing Anindit to take lead with Sandeep running second. The three-pronged fight developed into a thriller before Anindit and Sandeep slid off the track on the same lap, allowing Anand to jump into the lead, which he nursed to the finish. Championship leader Karthik Tharani finished a distant 7th after starting last on the grid as he crashed during qualifying. Arjun Narendran extended his championship lead further by winning the first race in the ITC category that weekend. Starting from pole position, he kept his lead throughout the race and secured an easy win in the race. Deepak Paul Chinnappa finished second and Ashish Ramaswamy completed the podium. It was a good day for Goa boy Keith D'Souza as he took the honours in race 1 in the IJTC category after original winner Anand Pitawala was docked time penalty for a jump start and was pushed to second place. Siddharth Praveen finished third in the race. In the F1300 category, Raghul Rangaswamy was in a league of his own while winning the F1300 race virtually unchallenged. Arya Singh and C. Tejas Ram grabbed the second and third positions in the race. After a rather competitive first race of the weekend, Raghul Rangaswamy grabbed the much-deserved top spot in the Super Stock category, followed by Dean Mascarenhas and Deepak Ravikumar in second and third positions respectively.
I started fourth in the race, and by the third corner I got the race lead, and I was leading for the first 2 laps. Then later on I had an electrical issue with my car, so my car switched off and I lost 2 positions, but in the same lap I somehow managed to restart the car and I got the lead back in the same lap, and I just continued the race in the lead and finished it first.
I started on pole. I had a very good qualifying session. I had a good start, and I think Deepu and the others had a, they didn't have a good start like me. So I was able to just pull off and then just cruise along. And then I think I won the race.
Wave the checkered flag in this episode of Pits to Podiums. Join us in the next episode as we follow the 4th race of the season, which will hopefully be as thrilling and exciting as today's race. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter for all live feeds and updates, and on Instagram for some cool pics from the race days. You can also download our app. The details of the app are given on your screen. Till then, thank you for watching, and remember, let the racetrack be the only place where you hate to hit the brakes.
We follow the 4th race of the season as the drivers start as per the reverse grid rule. This means that the guest drivers from China will be the ones to start from the first row on the grid. But will that be enough to keep our charging lot of Vento Cup drivers from challenging them from the top positions? The answer lies in our next episode.